This is probably going to lead to a lot of Democrats increasing the chatter that Joe Biden should step aside and make room for another Democrat.
And I think the problem that Democrats have is they don't know who that Democrat would be right now. I don't think that people look at Kamala Harris and feel like she is ready to take that step forward. They look across the rest of the party, governors, senators, mayors, House members, and they're struggling to figure out who they could put up.
Why did you plead guilty to knowingly pulling that fire alarm when you said that you didn't know it? Initially, you told all of us you didn't know there's a fire alarm.
We're still talking about this, man. That's behind me. That's been adjudicated. We're done. Pay the fine, move forward. In 3 months, it'll be dismissed.
But you weren't straight about what happened initially.
I was very straight. I was straight from the very beginning.
You said you didn't know, though.
I was straight from the beginning.
Someone did invoke that today on the House floor, though.
What's that?
That incident, the fact that you've actually pleaded guilty, and he is still just being charged.
Yeah, whatever, man. That's all good. Any other questions about anything else?
But can you just explain why you said that initially?
We already talked about this. Anything else? All right. Peace and love, y'all.
And you're standing by your word that you did not have any intention to slow things. I mean, Democrats were trying to stall this vote on the House floor.
Yeah, hell no. I mean, when I ran into the Capitol, I went to go vote, and someone told me go downstairs. There's a meeting, so I didn't even know that meeting was taking place for the motion to I forgot what the vote was, but yeah. So no, absolutely not. Hell no.
A lot of folks want to know why you didn't tell anybody when you pulled it.
Yeah, I mean, you remember that day, right? It was a lot going on. It was the vote to keep the government open. There was a motion to adjourn. So I was just in a rush, man, trying to get down the street. I was actually running to the Capitol at one point. So I was just in a hurry and didn't get a chance to do it. And, so that was all my bad.
The people in this country making violent anti-Semitic threats, are they domestic terrorists?
I don't know that we're classifying people as domestic terrorists for that. I mean, that's really a question better left to law enforcement. I'm not aware that there's been such a characterization of that.
Okay. The FBI director said today, the ongoing war in the Middle East has raised the threat of an attack against Americans in the United States to a whole nother level. Has the White House considered the possibility that a terrorist could be in the country right now after crossing the southern border?
Peter, we are always concerned about the potential presence on U.S. soil.
There was this bulletin last week. The CBP in San Diego said militants associated with the Israel-Hamas war may be potentially encountered at the southwest border.
You're talking about the San Diego.
Yeah. Is there any heartburn around here? 600,000 known gotaways just in the last fiscal year.
Yeah.
Is there any heartburn about leaving the border in such a condition that one of those 600,000 could be a terrorist?
I can tell you that we are constantly monitoring as best we can all ports of entry to the country. The gist of your question is, are we taking the potential threat seriously? Of course we are.
The general gist was, is it possible that somebody who wants to commit a terrorist attack during a time of elevated threat crossed the southern border into the United States already?
I couldn't possibly answer that question, Peter. All I can do is tell you that we have remained vigilant to that potential threat.